And we are live with our latest reading stream, where Imbria Art Story Time. We do this every Thursday. Some of these are by request, but more often these are just some creations that we've done in the past, stories. We were returning because this was one of the things voted upon by my fans on DeviantArt to do some more Sailor Moon Andromita Factor. So right now we're going to just do catch up where we are before we get into new content with it. I will be going over and changing these over the time, but we're just going to read them as we can. As always, I'm Brittany Dotson, aka Embry Arts itself, and I just want to thank everyone who joined in and listened to the story today. So we're going to be going through two because we have been off last week because of illness, so I'm going to kind of do two of them today. So this will be a little bit longer than regular, but not too much longer. All right. The scene opens with Moira in a nightgown, sitting in an empty apartment, save for a scattered collection of parts, a blanket, and a bottle of water, some wrappers of energy bars. The cell phone of Circuit's digital form lies next to her, plugged into the wall, charging. Moira grabs the part from the pile and places it in a collection of parts that she has been assembling, and grabs a screwdriver to place it in. For those who don't know, actually, I should have done this before I did the setup there. Andromita Factor is a fan fiction, brings together basically a surviving soldier of the war with the Negaverse initially, the 1,000 years ago, has survived. She came back, and the only thing she can piece together is that the princess, aka Sailor Moon, was responsible in betraying her. And she's out, basically, she said so. She flat out said so, holding a gun to her, Sailor Moon, to say, I'm going to kill you. So, here's where we go. Mistress, query. What is it? Do you not have a question as why the monster at the expo was also fighting the royal court? I don't care. I'd be happy to destroy either one. Or I'd be happy if they destroy each other. Really, my sensors detect a change in your emotions when the creature threatened the princess. Do you really see her as a threat? The evidence shows the only possibility to be she sealed me and the others away in a way to flee from the forces of Metalla. The kingdom fell because of her cowardice, and I'm making it my personal goal to make sure she pays for that crime. As for her, royal court, she's twisted their way of thinking. How can you be so sure? My records indicate the past events show no evidence of you ever knowing them. The court, no. I never met any of them before the other day. But how can you be so sure? Before obtaining my bracelet, I spent days in the Moon Kingdom. And while I was there, I had met a friend. A scene changes to the Moon Kingdom of old. A young Moira is practicing and doing aerobic flips in the field while Scream is let out. Moira is turned and sees a large, scary dog attacking a child. Hey, Fido, leave that kid alone. The dog turns its attention to Moira. Oh, crap. The dog charges after her, and she makes a quick flip to avoid the dog's first strike, only to have the dog change direction and attack, head straight head straight at her, latching onto her arm. Moira lets out a scream of pain. She continues to scream, but proceeds to throw punches at the dog with no effect. Let go! Suddenly the dog yelps and is hit from a stick from a child who seems to be a young girl with a hat covering her face. The dog lets go and turns again to face the girl, who is now screaming in panic, the stick limp in her hand. I said back off! Moya grabs the stick and smacks the dog hard, breaking the stick on it and causing it to collapse. Are you okay, kid? The kid nods as the guards follow by Raiden. Are you two okay? She's hurt. It's my fault. I'm fine. The dog was attacking her, but I stopped it. Such a brave girl you are, Moira. And how fitting, my daughter, to save the princess like that. It shouldn't be Moira. It should be Andy. So, yeah. Such a brave girl you are, Andy. Save my princess. Yeah, all that. You're the princess? Thank you. Princess, you'd know better than to be out of the castle's walls. But Raiden, I want to get Mommy some flowers she loves. You're sweet, but we need to get you back to the protector inside. She needs to get that battle wound treated. Plus, I'm sure her mother will have words for her. I don't want her to get in trouble. Yeah, don't worry about it, kiddo. It's my job as a soldier of the Moon Kingdom. Okay, soldier, then. You have no issue in telling how that happened to your mother. Young Moira looks panicked at the words from her father. After all, I don't want to face Yuri's wrath letting you fight a dog. Maybe I could... Okay. You hurt yourself cleaning some martial weapons in the storage room. But to cover up this lie, someone's going to have to spend the afternoon cleaning them. Yeah, I get it. I'll get a rag. Use polish this time. But head to the clinic first and get that arm treated. Wait up. I want to go with you. Your Highness, you can't follow her. It's okay, Dad. It'll be my job one day to protect her in the kingdom. With it, might as well start now. I guess. Guards, follow the princess and my daughter. Make sure that they make it safe to them, okay? Dad! You're injured, and it's good to have a team to aid you in situations like this, okay? The scene returns to Moira in the apartment. Mistress, you knew the princess. For about a year, she spent every day following me around as I trained, and I would watch over her when I wasn't. What caused you two to stop? When Dad took Mom and me to save people of Io. There I met Sin, and in a few months' time, Mom would... It's matching my records now. As you obtained your calm, on the day your mother was a casualty in the Battle of Titan. Mom, Dad always said if she was alive, when Metalla appeared, things would have been different. Records do not indicate the power your mother possessed is almost equal to the Queen's own, or do indicate. Sorry. Yet she refused to be a member of the court. No reason was given as to why. Puzzling. Do you mind? I really don't like thinking much about Mom these days. She died a long time ago. I was too weak to help her. Why do you seek revenge for your father and yet not for your mother? There's no one to get revenge on for Mom these days. The one who took her from me died at my mom's hands. Now all that's left is pain and regret. But Dad was murdered, and his killer is roaming free in this world. And the princess aided him 1,000 years ago in his escape. So I will not stop till both of them pay for their crimes, she says as she grabs a part and slams it into the pile. Oh, mistress, please take care that part is. Then shut up about Mom. Understood. A knock is on the door, and Moira gets up over to answer it. The door opens to reveal Momo. We're sticking with the new proper names now. And Sweat Clothes. Hey, Momo, what's up? We have work in a few minutes. You coming? What? Wait, what time is it? 7:15. Crap! As she dashes to the bathroom and clothes go flying about, Darian quietly out loud. Man, it's like seeing an adult Serena. Aren't you gonna get some furniture in this place? I mean, it would be good to build whatever you are on a solid surface other than the floor. What, I'm building? Oh crap, I forgot the buddy who's so close. What are you making, by the way? It looks like a toaster with long legs. Yeah, you caught me. I'm creating a toaster that finds its way to the bread and brings it to you. Could you wait a moment outside? Sure, I guess. Darian walks out the door and shuts it behind him as Moira walks up to Circuit's phone body and slides it into the slot on the part and connects the part to the rest of the other parts, forming a robotic body of a cat. There, your new body is done. All systems functional. But would you not have more use of the portable version? I need you to go out and gather info for me. Find what you can on the actions of both Sailor Moon and the soldiers, and Geo's forces. What if you need to contact me? Holding up a less impressive cell phone. Transfer contact to my phone here so I can reach you in a need and get info from you. But if you do that, you won't be able to transfer your uniform quickly. It's okay. I'm wearing it under my clothes, and the gun's broken down in this thing women call a purse. So, I should be fine today. Find what you can. Got it? It's an order. Yes, mistress. Moira opens the door and meets Momo, while Circuit looks out about the room, taking his first steps and walking in his new physical body. Wow, so this is what walking is like. Looks at the patio door Moira left open. The portal will suffice. Looking around shows Moira's apartment on the 3rd floor. Leaping from its height and setting up the angle of the path, I should land. Circuit leaps off the patio into a bush with a crash. A guy walking by looks to see what crashed as Moira and Momo head off to work in his car. And this foliage. Unit's urban camouflage doesn't quite seem fitting. Suggested path of travel, waste disposal system. Calculating times of flows to avoid accidents. Circuit moves into the sewer, opening and crawls inside. The scene changes to the classroom of Amy, Manako, Mina, and Usagi. All right, I'm just going to stick with the ones I've got read. And Serena. Where the group is, with the exception of Mina and Serena, are already in class at their desks. Mr. Yamazaki is also at the front of the class, looking at his watch, counting down. 3, 2, 1. The door opens. Crouching Serena and Mina seem to be sneaking in. Mina in a whisper. Do you think the Goblin King will see us? Nah, he's got no... Tsukino. I know. You two will be on cleanup duty all this week after class for being late and for thinking you could sneak in my class again. Now take your seats. Told you he saw us? Heard your loud mouth, maybe. My loud mouth? You're 1,000 times louder than me. Do you want to make it a full month of cleanup? Both girls leap to their desks. No, sir, we'll be quiet. The scene changes to later in the day. Serena's trying to walk out with the rest of the class, but it's grabbed by Lita in the room. Traitor. You and Mina have cleanup, and when it's done, I may have a cheesecake I've made to share. Seriously, one of your cheesecakes? It's almost worth being held back. Only when the room is done. Yamazaki left me in charge of seeing you two actually do your work. Oh, hey, Amy, don't you want? Don't why don't you join us? Trying to get Amy to do work, dirty work, Serena. No, it's just offering to share the cheesecake. Thanks for the offer, but I have to go downtown library and return some books I borrowed yesterday. That's our Amy. She always has her nose in a book. I'll try to save you a piece, Amy, but I can't make any promises with these two. Hey, I don't eat that much. Yeah, and I eat way less than Serena. Lita ignores Mina's actions to her. Amy, what are you reading so intently? Trying to understand the robot I collected from our last battle. While I'm good with medical stuff, working on a computer, not familiar with the workings of a robot, let alone one like this. It's part machine, part alien life form. I'm trying to find out as much as I can so we know what we're up against with this new enemy. At least one of them. You guys hear about that woman? The girls shake their heads and reply no. I'm more worried about the threat Moira is giving me with my Darien. Looks like someone's jealous of Darien's new friend. Damn right I am. She may say she's not after him, but I don't trust that girl. Well, I'm off to try and help Mina out, Serena, and not to let her do all the work alone. I'm off. Okay. Well, I'm off. Try to help Mina out, Serena, and not let her do all the work alone. Man, what group of traitors friends I have today. Starts to push a desk, only to have it flip with her, and take her with it. It's going to be a long afternoon. The scene changes outside a downtown library. Circuit sticks a tail from a sewer hole. According to files, many human data records can be found here in paper storage devices. Calculating the quickest route to enter the complex without being seen. Circuit takes a note of the door propped open as a man is carrying boxes. Quickly, Circuit dashes from the hole and into the building. Interesting. System storage seems to be follow a complex numbering system, searching for possible information, coinciding with queries of the for mistress. Possible info found in science non-fiction section. Also possible location in science fiction section as well. We will start with the nearby section of science fiction, as this is larger and thus contains greater amounts of information. Circuit walks off into the aisles of books as the scene changes to JSN building, where Moira is packing supplies into the mobile unit along with Shutaka, the professional showing her ropes of working behind the camera. Seiran comes running towards the van with Darien behind her. What's the rush? What's the rush? Police are going on about a theft of some scrap yards and machine parts. They're linking it to some crime spree, and we have 30 minutes to get to the police HQ to get those chiefs' opinion on what's going on with the crime wave. Seiran hops into the cab of the van and looks back at Darien. In the back, kiddo. With the red rag, Darien looks at Moira, who's climbing in the back. Taka climbs into the driver's seat. So, you like to build stuff, Moira. You wouldn't happen to know much about about this theft, would you? First, I'm hearing about it, but then I'm still new around here. The van thrusts forward, causing Moira to fall back and land next to Darien, who grabs her from being hurt. You okay? Moira, blushing. Yeah, thanks. A sudden flash of light in the Light fades. It's flash of light as the light fades, and Sayron is seen with a cell phone camera taking Moira and Darian's picture. Such a perfect shot of a cute couple in the back. You mind warning me before you use the flash in the vehicle while I'm driving? Sorry, couldn't resist a perfect moment. We aren't a couple. Yeah, he has a girlfriend. You know, a childish, underdeveloped brat. I know, a childish, underdeveloped brat of a girl. Serena isn't. Seriously, the girl's 16 and you're 24. That's 8 years, Darian. Do you really think young, immature girls like Serena? Moira is a responsible young adult, about your age, and you want to tell me you don't think the two of you aren't closer to each other than your girlfriend is? Darian starts to stand up, but is knocked back as the van turns and he falls back into the seat. It's not like that. I've known Serena for a long time, and we really love each other. The girl has no future, Darian. She's a failure in school, at cooking, even walking. I've only met the girl a few times, but I can tell you that if you go with her, she will only be a greater burden on you one day. You're just setting yourself up for heartbreak. I'm telling you. Hey, don't I get a say in this hookup you put me in? Please, girl. You look like you're trying too hard to scare him off, along with the other guys with the whole macho girl type. Try being a bit more feminine for once. Excuse me. What's that supposed to mean? It means if you keep dressing like you do now, you're going to be stuck alone all your life. I mean, it's almost summer, and you're wearing a heavy coat, long sleeve shirt, and baggy pants. Most girls with your figure would be showing off the goods to attract the men, not repel them. Darian and Taka blush red as the van sways a bit side to side, but soon corrects itself. Can we please direct this conversation to another time when I'm not driving us? What's the matter, Taka? Talking about Moira's sexy body getting the married man and you some new life? You really are trying to rub us all wrong today. Just trying to liven up the trip to HQ. Well, chill, will you? Or else you won't have either the camera operator in the working condition for you. You won't have either camera operator working condition for you. Yeah. But I'm not letting this go. Moira, you and I need to go shopping for you. And Darian, I think you should man up and switch to her before some other guy makes a great catch of her. Please stop it, Sayron. Just focus on what questions you have for the chief of police. The scene changes to Amy in the city library. Moving through the aisles and to the reference sections of machines, she instantly finds a book, pulls it out, and starts reading. When off to the side, a book goes flying off the shelf and lands with a thud. The ground shocking the already zoned out Amy, who looks to find the book. She approaches the book, reaches to grab it and to put it back, only to find halfway up that a cord is wrapping around the book with a heavy weight to the book. Pulling it down to the ground, she follows the cord to a small, metallic, robotic body of Circuit. Pardon me, but do you mind? I was about to read that. Amy jumps back. A talking robotic cat? A talking human girl? Amy goes to poke Circuit, only to have him jump back and run under the bookcase to avoid her further gaze. Amy tries to follow through the outside of the aisle, but finds Circuit's agility through the cases as a problem. She quickly grabs her communicator to reach for the rest of the girls. Guys, I think I found an enemy at the Central Library. Looks like a robot cat. Hurry up and meet me. Lead on the communicator. I'll grab Moon and Venus and we'll be right there. But cheesecake! The world's first Serena. Cheesecake later. Serena's moaning as Ray chimes in. On my way as well, Mercury. I'm not missing out this time. But be careful till we get there. Right. Amy heads off to a hidden corner of the aisles. Mercury power or crystal power makeup. Amy proceeds to change into Sailor Mercury and dashes down the aisles to seek out Circuit. She watches the shelves rattle from his darting under them, and he is grabbing the books along the way. Suddenly he runs out of shelves and runs through and is trapped by a wall. Hold it right there. In the name of Mercury, target identified. Sailor Mercury. Science expert and Princess of Mercury. One of the royal court. Threat minimal. Solution ignore. Mercury takes a bit of an insult being designated minimal threat. What are you after? Circuit ignores Mercury's questions and begins rapidly flipping through pages of books he's collected. She moves in closer and he responds by sliding away, but not closing the book as he does. I asked. Designation of information is classified. Classified? By who? The Negaverse? Negative. Yet information is classified. Mercury tries to move in quickly, only to have Circuit respond by dashing through more bookshelves, this time knocking them to an unsteady shake. Your actions are causing this unit difficulty at its mission at hand. Please refrain from your actions and leave. This is your only warning. Circuit raises its tail and a spark of electricity sparks out from it. If you aren't the Negaverse, then what are you? Why are your kinds attacking the city? I do not understand the query you make. My records indicate no other units such as me are active. We just faced your robotic-type creatures a few days ago. Negative. You faced the Negaverse forces. So, wait, you're saying you're not one of them? That information is classified. Who do I need to declassify this information? That is, classified, I get it. Circuit lightly zaps Mercury, who moved in closer. Okay, I get it. I got close, but I just want to study you and where you come from. You are impeding my mission. Delays cannot be tolerated in my mission. Now back away while I access this information. Suddenly a shout is heard from nearby. Mars Flame Sniper! A shot of fire nearly misses Circuit, who has now dropped the book, which is getting singed at the looks on at Sailor Mars standing by the nearby aisle. Target identified. Sailor Mars, Princess of Mars, member of Royal Court, threat level medium. Are you okay, Mercury? Yeah, but I don't think it's a threat, Marge. It's only trying to protect itself from me. Well, let's kick its robotic butt and sort it out later. No, we need to find out what it wants, and please stop from damaging the books. Circuit dashes out from under bookshelves, this time tipping one along his path. This causes others to fall along with it. We can't let it get away and report back to its masters. But I don't know. Something's odd about it. Odd? How? I don't know. I just think it's not out to do any harm. It's not human, and it's not anything I've ever seen. It's kind of like a robot. I've been studying at home, but this one's not attacking us so much as it's running from us. Circuit begins to dash up the set of stairs to the next floor, only to halt as the form of Venus, Jupiter, and Moon block its path. Targets: Venus, Jupiter, and Moon located. Total threat level: severe. Another robot? Like the last one? This one's different. I've been trying to find out what it's after, but it claims to have it all classified. What the heck is it? Looks like, kind of like Luna and Artemis. Designated subject of authority: Princess Serena. Classification: approved. For file access. Huh? Me? Sailor Moon, it seems to acknowledge you as a princess. Ask it about its mission. Okay. Hey, Tin Can, what's your mission? Unit Circuit is on mission to gather information on the Moon Kingdom and paper data units. Paper? What? The books. It's gaining information on the Moon Kingdom from books. Okay, why? To gain intel for my designated mistress. Mistress? Who the heck is its mistress? Hey, that's my job to ask questions, Mars. So ask it. Okay, sheesh. Who's your mistress? Mistress Sergeant Major Andromita of the Moon Kingdom Defense Force, Class Stardust. That woman attacked us the other day? I knew it was an enemy. I don't think so. I mean, it claims she and it are from the Moon Kingdom. So wouldn't that make them our allies? Well, not if she sees us as a threat like we thought, but if she has this guy out gathering information, I wonder how much info she knows about us. And maybe the enemy. Okay, where is your mistress? Current location is unknown. Why answer me, but not Mercury? You are the current head of the Moon Kingdom's remaining forces. What does your mistress want? Mistress is on a mission to revenge her against revenge against the subject Geo for the death of Admiral Raiden, my mistress's father. Also on you for allowing the destruction of the Moon Kingdom over 1,000 years ago. But that wasn't Sailor Moon's fault. Yeah, Scrap Heap, we were attacked by the Negaverse. Correct, but according to my records, the Negaverse attacked by using actions of the Earth Prince and yourself, which led the forces inside. In order to flee the threat, the power of the crystal was active. So, to save you, your court, and at the cost of the Moon Kingdom and its inhabitants. That's not how it happened. Yeah, we should know. We were there. Moon looks sad. No, it's right. No, it's not, Sailor Moon. My feelings for Endymion, caused the enemy to attack. I've been thinking about it for some time. Since she appeared, asking why it was cause of my life that the Negaverse attacked us. And the crystal was used to save us, and not everyone from the Moon Kingdom. It's my fault. It's all my fault. She has the right to hunt me down. Sailor Moon looks at Circuit with tears in her eyes. Let him be, guys. He isn't our enemy. Nor is Andromeda. We're wrong. The girl falls back, and Circuit looks at Sailor Moon, starts to run off, and shouts back at her. Mistress likes you in Mistress likes that in you. Your kind heart, princess. I will work to turn her from her quest of vengeance against you. We should be on your side, and I wish to see the girl she told me she used to be, or you used to be. Circuit dashes off in the view. What? Wait, I met her before? Are you okay, Serena? Quit being such a crybaby, Sailor Moon. I'm done. Yeah, let's go back and have that cheesecake. We can fight them another day. No, I mean, I'm done with it all. You can't mean this, Sailor Moon. Why? How much pain and suffering do we have to go through? Or those around us? Hotaru's father, Nephrite, all the attacks of our friends and family, and you. Andromeda is just the first to come after us for a good reason. How many more are out there? I'm through playing superhero. You guys can she's grabbing her amulet and tearing it off her uniform. I'm through playing superhero. You guys can keep doing this, but I'm done. Her outfit reverts to normal uniform as she tosses the amulet to the ground, and it quickly turns black. Sailor Moon, Serena. The scene changes outside the police HQ. As Taka and Moira begin to put away the equipment, Seirun strolls up. Hey, Moira. Boss called. He wants you to take the camera to a junkyard nearby to get some filler shots for future broadcasts. He's trusting you to handle this alone, okay? Uh, yeah, no problem. You sure you'll be okay on your own? Hey, I gotta get your feet wet sometime. Darian's cell phone starts to go off with a familiar tone of the amulet he and Sailor Moon had playing on their song dance a long time ago. He answers it. Hey, Serena. Quietly to Taka. Sad. Barely out of college and not even married. Yet so whipped already. Taka quietly elbows her to be silent. Amy? What do you mean? She did what? I'm on my way. Over as soon as I can. Stay with her. Trouble in paradise? I have your solution. Holding up her cell phone with a picture of Darian and Moira next to each other. It's an emergency. Serena's collapsed at school. I need to get back to check on her. Well, Sprout, you're on your own. Return with the camera or else the boss will take it out of your pay. Okay, and Darian, take care of Serena. Moira grabs the large bag off the van, and Darian climbs in and closes the door. Taka and Seirun climb in front, and they drive off. Moira grabs her cell and dials circuit. What have you found out? No viable information was gathered at this time. Outside forces prevented my research. Outside forces? The Royal Court. Well, return to base. I have some work and if I'm right, Geo might be behind this crime wave I'm looking into. Keep ready for action. Yes, mistress. Moira walks off down the road. As the sun starts to set, the scene changes and it's dark when she arrives at the designated junkyard. Guess this is a place. She reaches in the camera bag to pull it out, and when the loud crash gets her to stop and look towards the crash, she suddenly sees a young girl with pink and green hair in a gothic punk outfit and a strange muscle-bound monster that looks very massive version of Frankenstein's monster. Negaverse. I should have guessed they were behind this. Oh, yuck. This is horrid. My pretty outfits are getting all messy with looking for the supplies Geo wants. Bulkster, I demand you carry me so I don't ruin my good shoes. Right. Right away, Lord Iris. Moira grabs her cell phone and dials circuit. Quiet whisper. Circuit. Run file on Negaverse subject Iris. File. Iris. Human of Earth Kingdom. Corrupted to serve as one of the generals of Geo. No records actual battles with her. Powers unknown. Iris and Bulkster look around. You hear something? Uh-huh. Moira. Great. Remind me to put you on mute, Circuit, next time I need to be stealthy. Tosses off her clothes to get her uniform and goes to reach for the purse with her gun, only to notice she left it in the van. It's not my day. Circuit, can you transfer the blaster? Iris and Bulkster spy on Moira's position. Oh, looky, the mousy Geo wanted or warned about. Bulkster, take care of the spy. I'm sorry, mistress, but you took it apart for ease of access, and at this time, I can't lock it on it for transfer. May I suggest a hand-to-hand? Are you kidding me? This guy's a good 500 pounds on me. Fully transformed, you should be able to handle him in a better way. You will just be going unarmed. Bulkster smashes the fence where Moira was talking, or trying to hide, but with skill, she was able to avoid the damage of his blow. I'm already in the uniform. What do you mean transform? Moira dashes to the right, missing the blow that smashes the ground at her feet. The bracelet you wear stores a form of the power similar to that of the sailors, but it has to be active to use the energy. Moira continues to run to avoid the chunks of cement that land in her path. Fine. She presses the gem on the armlet. Stardust illumination activate. Light encompasses her body and then fades. Well, it looks like it was pointless. Let's just hope it's not the case. Bolster makes a mad dash at Andromita, who looks or who does a jump flip over his head and sends him into a lamppost that falls and shatters across his head. He seems unfazed by the damage. Well, I'll give you this, that you're quick, mouse, but Bulky here likes to squish mice for fun. Squish, mousey. He picks up the broken lamp and starts swinging at Andromeda, who doesn't move and throws a punch at the pole, snapping it in two. Okay, I think I get what Circuit was talking about, but I don't think I can take too many blows from that tall, dark, and drooling. I need a plan. Andromeda dashes into the junkyard, and Bulk follows her at his own sluggish pace. Stand still, mousey. Circuit, I need something that I can bring heavy, yet quick damage to this monster. Andromeda leaps on the scrap piles while Bolster follows only by shoving his way through the piles with brute force. Calculating. Detecting small collection of gaseous liquid from within high amounts of volatile force in small white containers, 2 piles to the north. Andromeda loses her footing for a moment as the piles start to break apart on her, and at her feet, she quickly recovers by leaping to the next pile. How do I get it to explode? Suggest hitting it with a heavy object. Got that. Just gotta get to it and hit it and survive the blast. Bulkser pushes through the first pile and makes his way to the second, but this time Andromeda is faster and is able to move to the pile of white canisters. She grabs one and dashes further on. Mistress, I don't believe that one canister at its current contents can cause enough damage. No, but it's a good way to light a wick of explosives. Bulkser bursts through a second pile, starts to move through the canisters as Andromeda takes the canister she has and runs to him, causing him to stop, turn in midst pile. As she passes, she tosses the canister back at Bulkster. He swings, hitting it hard. The pressure of the can causes a small burst of fiery explosion, which in turn explodes the canisters around Bulkster. Uh-oh, I make bad. The fireball lights up the night sky, and the body of Bulkster turns to ash. You freaking idiot! I told Geo that this job was pointless. A hubcap goes flying, and Iris dodges. Tell me, what's Geo up to, Iris? Not a chance, Mousy. Iris pulls out a parasol, opens it, and goes rocketing skyward. But next time, I'll be sure to be ready for you if you get in my way. Coward, come back here and fight. Iris flies off at the sight of Andromeda, sighs, and then slams her fist, crushing a junk car she was near. Damn it! Geo, what are you up to? This isn't how the Negaverse acted before. So what's your game? Mistress, may I suggest you return to your disguise and task at hand in the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds before the authorities arrive. Yeah, I guess I should get some of those shoots the boss wanted. The scene changes to Darian arriving at the park near the library. The girls are surrounding Serena, with Ray and Red in the face from arguing at her. Serena, what happened? Serena dashes into Darian's arms and starts to cry. She just quit being Sailor Moon. I didn't think it was possible. I'm sure you're just upset. Maybe some time will help you calm down. Serena. No, I don't want to be Sailor Moon again. You can't mean that. I don't think we have a choice. Check out the crystal. It's totally gone black. Majorly goth, guys. It's because Serena's being stubborn. It's how she doesn't want to fight. Yeah, I'm sure if she wanted to return, then the crystal would return to normal, right? I have no clue. But the crystal is linked fully to Serena. And if she refuses it, then maybe all over. It can't be. Why, Serena? You loved being Sailor Moon and protecting people. I did. Or was it all a cause of me that everyone is threatened? No, it's not. It's not your fault. Yes, it's all a mess with it. It's all this mess with Andromeda. It's messing with your head. You're not the one responsible for her pain. Ray's right. You couldn't have stopped what happened to uh, all of them. Even Queen Serenity was powerless. But she did stop them. Don't you guys see? She had the power all along. So why didn't she use it before and stop the Negaverse from destroying the kingdom? Serena, that was another lifetime ago. You shouldn't worry about the past mistakes. But how can I when it's our fault for taking her from her father? Girls, you all should go to home. I need some time to speak alone to Serena. Darren, you can't be. Ray, please. Mercury hands Darien the darkened amulet. Ray stands quiet and walks away with the others as they fade in the distance. Darien leans in with a hug. Serena, no matter how much pain you think you've brought forth in this or any lifetime, it doesn't matter. You and I will face them, okay? Oh, Darien, I just don't know. The future scares me. I mean, we've seen it when we went to stop the Dark Moon. Don't worry about the future. We are here now, and together we will defy the future we went to. Our future selves knew it, that we have to give it our all to fight and live on in that bright future. But I won't take one step to any future without you by my side. Serena's wiping a tear from her eye. You mean that? Well, of course. If there's one thing, any lifetime, any life we can't stop, it's our love for each other. Okay. I'll go on for us. Serena takes the amulet from Darien. It remains black in her hands. But will the crystal let me return? To be continued. In a few minutes. Preview of the next episode. Can the sailors survive the attack from Iris without the aid of Sailor Moon? Why won't you work like you always have? What's wrong with me? Can the answers be found in the advice long lost ally, and yours truly comes to head with Sailor Uranus over a relic of the Moon Kingdom, long lost, or long thought lost. Next time, Fading Moon. Okay, so that was episode 3 of Andromita Factor. Yeah. I wanted to do something unique. I wanted to do, before I go into the next chapter, I wanted to note that when I was writing this initially, I wanted to have a moment. I don't know why it's all white now. Hold on. I locked it. I didn't turn it off. There we go. I wanted to have something where Sailor Moon's powers waned from the start of this story. And so, in order to do that, I thought nothing better than someone who's going through stress and depression, especially around the age they're having to look at their future. And that was the case here. Sailor Moon, in a moment of depression, gave up her powers, and she has to regain them. She has to find her power again, herself again. And that's basically part of what this story is. And it continues literally not long after. As you kind of see, this is a bad drawing of Sailor Moon and, well, Serena and Darien together in an apartment. So, the scene opens in Darien's apartment. Serena sits with her legs thrown over the back of the couch and lays backwards with her head staring at the ceiling, the silver crystal in her hand. Luna and Artemis look on as Darien walks in carrying a tray of teacups and a carton of milk. He pours the milk in 2 cups and sets them on the coffee table. He pours the 2 cups of tea and places one of them in front of Serena. Drink up. It'll help you. It'll help comfort you. Yeah, Serena goes on, staring at the now black crystal in her hands. Luna, how long has she been like this? She's been this way since Darien brought her home from the battle 4 days ago. I say I'm worried, but she would just turn around and do her schoolwork and get up on time for at home. I figure she's been completely possessed by a competent counterpart. Serena looks up at Luna with sad eyes and then returns to the crystal. She's not herself at all. What can we do? I have no clue. Artemis, have you found anything out as to what could have happened? No, all I can say is I don't know what could turn the crystal black and get Serena to act this way. She's depressed. More so, the crystal went black, according to the girls. Well, the Sailor Stars did say the crystal derives from the life force of planets and people. Could the crystal have gone bad because of her depression? It's possible. So we just need to snap her out of it and get her back, right? It's not that easy. The reason she's depressed is she places the blame all on the bad that's happened to everyone up until now. Serena flips right side up in an angry mood and drinks some tea. You 3 act like I'm not in the room with you, or something. The 3 give a look of shock and move to one of regret. Sorry, but you just seem so out of it. What do you need to feel back to normal? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I mean, I don't know, Luna. I mean, Sailor Moon, now or not, do I even want to be her anymore? If I become her, who will suffer next? Serena, you haven't done anything of the sort. You've saved lives countless times, including each life here on this room. And yet people still get hurt. She looks down at her tea, stirring it with her spoon. We don't want people to get hurt, but if you don't continue as Sailor Moon, then the Negaverse may win and hurt countless lives. Is that what you want? Serena puts down the cup on the table. I need some air. She gets up and places the crystal in her purse. And opens the door. Darien and the others try to follow. Leave me alone, okay? She shuts the door and Darien drops to his knees on the floor. We can't let this keep going on. We're losing her. We have no way to save her from herself. Luna, you and I should keep an eye on her for her own good. Darien, I'll get in contact with all the sailors and get them to be on alert to help her. Will the Outer help her? I will make them help. Darien clenches his fist. I'm not making requests, and when I next see Andromeda, I'll make her pay for causing this pain on her. Punches the floor. The scene changes to a store with Moira and Seiron out shopping together. As the scene opens, Moira sneezes. Someone's talking about you. What? It's an old Japanese saying that when you sneeze once, then someone's talking about you. Nothing bad, I hope. Anyway, I get that you want me to wear better clothes, but honestly, I have to get some furniture for my place first. The floor is getting a bit of a pain to sleep on at night. At least a futon would help. Nonsense. Comfort takes a back seat to fashion, wet rag. Besides, you have a bonus of sheer luck of being at the junkyard when the explosion hit and catching the footage of the monster rampaging. Though it's odd it was defeated and you didn't catch a better shot of the one fighting it. They didn't look like Sailor Moon. I guess it could be a new hero in the area. Moira clenches her teeth in a fake smile to share with Siren. Should have erased the damn recording. The money may be good, but now I'm exposed. Look at this. Moira jumps from her loss of concentration. I didn't. You didn't what? Moira looks at a monitor in the store displaying an exhibit at the museum. You didn't know how good the color matches your hat. My hat? Yeah, your hat. The monitor changes a stone column, a fancy decoration with crystal shards stuck inside. I have a lot to teach you, wet rag. Uh, yeah, I'm sure you do. That's the moon crystal. What's it doing on Earth? I need to get a closer look, because that could be a problem if Geo gets his hand on it. Notices Seirun waving her hands in front of her. Hello, Earth to Moira. We're here to shop, not gaze at ugly stones. If you want to see stones, go check the jewelry section. I will finish gathering some of your outfits. My outfits? I thought you were buying stuff for yourself. We're here for you. On our day off, not me. Though you could thank me by getting me this cute top. Moira looks over at the cart load of clothes. What am I, a co-worker or your dress-up doll? There's no way I can afford all this. The store clerk laughs, and the two, and the scene changes. Small coffee shop with Michiru and Hakaru having drinks. Michiru sits at the tablet in front of her, and Hakaruka and points at the article of the museum exhibit. No way. Haru, excuse me. Michiru. An artifact from the Moon Kingdom, but it seems this report, they think it's a fragment of a lost Roman civilization. So, what do you think? You want to go check it out? I'm not one of those museum types, Michiru, you know that. I find them dull. Well, you'll have to deal with this on your own, I'm afraid. I need a closer look, but I have a practice I can't miss. Then after that, I have to pick up Otaro. Why isn't Serena, or why isn't Setsuna helping out? I mean, Hotaru is her responsibility, isn't she? In order to keep her from having any more sudden growth spurts. Well, I'm picking her up from Setsuna. If you must know, I was asked to babysit while she was on some other I was asked to babysit while she was on some other engagement. Haruka coughs at her coffee. Other engagement? You mean she's finally going to go out of her solitude and do something? I really don't know. But if you do me this favor, I might have to reward you in the near future. Reward? Can't say it couldn't hurt. Her phone rings. She looks at it and answers it. Yeah, Darian, what do you want? Pause a moment. Tough luck, Bowtie. All your outer buddies, or all the outer are busy with other tasks. But I guess we can keep an eye out for if something comes up. This time, Darian is heard through the phone to be shouting at Haru. Pulls the phone as she pulls the phone from her ear. I don't care what you're doing, Haru. Serena needs everyone's help. That means all of us. I know you guys don't like working with others, but without Serena, the world will be in serious trouble when the time comes. Muchiro grabs the phone. Okay, Darian. We'll keep an eye out for Serena and contact you if something comes up. Till then, we'll be dealing with other tasks at hand, right? Good. We're in agreement. I'll talk to you later. Hangs up. You really should act nicer to people, Haru. Just do the prince a favor and keep an eye out for the princess. And call him if you see her wandering, okay? Fine. She is the princess after all. Michiru leans in and kisses Haru. Well then, I'll see you at home later. This reward better be worth it. It will be. Don't worry. Later. Michiru leaves as Haru continues to drink her coffee. Does he really think we wouldn't help Serena if she asked? Guess Michiru is right. Maybe I am cold-hearted. Out loud at a waitress. Can I get another cup to go? And bring the check, please. The scene changes to Serena walking along the city streets alone. At a distance, Luna and Artemis can be seen following. She walks up an alley. Serena suddenly is grabbed and pulled quickly in a strange door. Luna and Artemis see her vanish, only to find an empty alleyway with no doors. What just happened? The Negaverse? Did they just grab people from the street in the light of day and have them vanish in thin air? No. Usually, but who knows the enemy? Who knows? This enemy doesn't act the same way as others. Besides, the point we need to call Darian and let him know. Right. Meanwhile, in the void of time and space. What the heck, Setsuna? You scared the hell out of me. Why are you doing this? Sorry. But I was asked to bring you here alone. Asked? Wait. Why? No, who? An old friend. And do you know who this friend of yours, and do I know who this friend of yours? You could say so, but let me open the door to better show you. Pluto crystal makeup. Pluto transforms and then raises her staff high. Open a gate of time and space. The time gate opens. I can't follow you, Serena, but in this void of this gateway, you will meet someone who wishes to speak with you. But wait, why would they want to speak to me? It's my duty merely to open the gate and guard the gate. The answers you seek are inside. Wait, if something attacks me in there, I sense but one presence in that time, one that is waiting for you. Fine, but if this ends up being a trap and I die, you're number one on my haunt list. Serena walks into the gateway. The door closes behind her, and she is surrounded by nothing but darkness. Hello? You kind of rudely called? Yes, Serena. It's about time we sat down and had a chat. I'm sorry. I guess Pluto is getting a bit excited to use the door because, besides sending you my letters. Letters? The only letters I get are from... Light hits the traditional Japanese tea table, complete with food and tea sitting on the end, is Neo Queen Serenity. Yourself, right? Isn't it some bad time thingy to have two of the same person in the same place at one time? Is it? Guess it's too late to worry about that. So, what do you want to see me about? If this is about Rini, the brat's doing okay. No, while I miss having her around, I need to talk to you, with you because of the current issue. You mean it's about the crystal? Reaches in her pocketbook, pulls it out, and offers it to Neo Queen Serenity. You want it? You don't have much power anymore. You could use it. Or maybe you could use it. Neo Queen Serenity. No, I can no longer use the power of the former silver crystal. Farmer? It's still the crystal. It's still the crystal. It's just black. It doesn't work for me anymore. Look at my crown, Serena. Tell me what gem you see adorns its crest. Serena takes the crown and looks at the gem. Is this a trick question? It's a silver crystal. No. I lost the power of the crystal. While the crystal holds some power, it will take time to heal, and then it will only be able to be used one time, in a time of dire need for the whole world. Till then, you need a new power, a power that hasn't been used since the time we were on the moon. And you're going to give me this power? Neo Queen Serenity shakes her head no. I am not the one giving you this power, but it will come to you soon, from one at this time you won't yet trust. But time will come between you two. Time will come, and when the two of you become good friends again. You mean Andromeda? Wait, what do you mean good friends again? Sorry, Serena, I can't spoil it for you. So, wait, so the gem in your crown, it's called the Magi Stone. It's a crystallized fragment of a powerful magical source from the soul lost before the fall of the Moon Kingdom. While it's not as powerful as the silver crystal, it will grant you new powers and abilities, and will aid you in your battle. But before you can accept that, you must cleanse your heart of doubt you carry. So that is why you and I are here. It's time for us to have a talk, younger me. The scene changes to the alleyway. Darian, Ray, Amy, Lita, and Mina all stand along, looking for a clue as Sailor Moon's disappearance. Leave it to Serena to get kidnapped all day by the Megaverse. Ray, we don't know if that's who did this. Who else would do this, guys? There have been reports of some thefts around here, but no kidnappings. I don't like this. Serena's off somewhere, and I can do nothing to help. Calm down, everyone. We need evidence. I need to transform and use the visor to see if I can find any warps in space and time here. Keep a lookout. Mercury crystal power makeup. Amy transforms into Sailor Mercury. Okay. Pushing the release of the visor over her face to do readouts. Not good, guys. I'm detecting a warp in space and time occurred here recently. All signs point to the Negaverse may very well be involved. Wait, Serena's reckless. That's a given, but she never gives out her identity. So, how is it able the Negaverse found her and took her? Yeah, Serena wouldn't give out that info to the enemy. Not on purpose. Give it up, girls. She could have been paid She could have if the price was right. No, something isn't right. Maybe we should explore the area and see if we find any signs of the Negaverse around. And a good place would be to investigate those thefts around here. Mercury reverts to Amy. I agree. We should split into teams. We need to keep a constant communication. If you find anything suspicious, report it. For us all to check out, okay? Right. Let's find Serena. The scene changes inside the museum as Haru stands overlooking the broken column with a crystal shard embedded within. Just as I thought. This is dull. Plus, what does Michiru think I can do to get in and get it anyway? Museums are hard to get in and out without drawing attention, let alone take an item from an exhibit. Haruka looks around. The exhibit looks to have 3 cameras in view. I can count laser sensor alarm. Motion sensors are also possible in this area, and alarms on the windows and doors also. Then there's more likely is 5 to 6 guards on duty in this place. Suddenly, Haru spies Moria looking over the area. Someone else is checking out the security. Looks like Michiru was right to have me come here. If she's out to get the crystal herself. No, it's not what I thought after all. It's part of the royal palace, but it doesn't hold anything special. Haru to herself. What? She knows the Moon Kingdom's column? That means this girl's the enemy. But what does she mean it's not special? My, you sir seem to know more about this stuff than I do. Care to help me out? Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking out loud. I studied back in high school. Yeah, that's a believable lie. Haru to self. Bull. No high school could link a ruined column to its origins. A being from a palace. Or not. Haruka smiles and speaks out loud. No, you show you show that you know your stuff. That's far better than I do. Tell you what, you help show me around, and I can treat you to dinner. Moira to self, is this guy hitting on me? Better play along with without raising suspicions. Laughs and speaks out loud. Yeah, sure. I guess no problem. Stands with an embarrassed look on her face. And speaks to herself again. Crap. What the heck? I don't know any more about this stuff than just the column. No choice, just need to bluff my way through this. Ah. Are you okay? Yeah. Well, take this. Points to a display of household items, of plates, combs, and utensils. These items are found in a noble house of, looks around and sees a sign and the name of a man who was part of the team. Woloski. Really interesting. I never would have guessed the Romans moved so far north as the Baltic Sea. Uh, yeah, we're all, uh, they were all over that part. God, please let her buy it. Well, you're the expert, so who am I to disagree? Haru leads a very nervous Moira around the museum. As they walk out the room, the scene changes to Michiru stopping by an apartment door, knocking. No answer. Suddenly, the door opens as an elementary school aged Hotaru opens the door. Why, hello there, Hotaru. Setsuna had me come keep an eye on you today. Looks around. Did she already leave? She left this morning. What? What, this morning? Then why did you ask? Why ask me to come by now and not earlier? Suna doesn't like me to cook. My body's weak and too small. And then I need help with my medicine. That's understandable, but to leave you alone at this time. She popped in for a brief moment. She said she didn't know how late she would be, but she stayed and had made lunch, but she left right after. What is she working on that has her out of the house so much? She isn't one to be part of the outside world much. You mean how she's likely to stay shut away from the world? Yeah, any idea what's so important? I was kind of hoping it was a date. I would like to see her be more part of this world. She said something about an important meeting of minds. Minds? Huh. Well, I guess it can't be helped. So I guess I should fix dinner. What does she have on hand? Cup ramen. Michiro gets a shocked look on her face. Okay. Let's say we go to the store, Hotaru. Okay? Can we get pastries? Yeah. The scene changes to the market district. With the setting sun, Lita and Mina run into Amy and Ray. Anything? We found a report of a crime in some parts from a hardware store a few days ago, but nothing today. Definitely no kidnappings. How about you guys? Only thing we found was a lost dog. That was a block from here. Or a sudden scream is heard. That was a block from here. Lita, look. The group sees a monster that looks to be a combo of an old man and a rat. Alongside the floating in the air with with her, uh, alongside, floating in the air with her parasol, is Iris. The Negaverse. You know that's what this means, guys. Time to set things up. Mercury power, make up. Venus power, make up. Mars power, make up. Jupiter power, make up. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I know I don't have much of a energy into saying that, but it's it's late and I don't want to be shouting that in from my room. The girls all go through their transformation sequence and stand in the formation. In the name of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, we will punish you. Oh, you gotta catch 'em too. What do we have here, Hordrat? It looks like a worthless insect's out to play. Shove it, dye job. Tell us where you took the girl. Iris looks surprised. Girl? We didn't take a girl. Hordrat, did you collect anyone? Hordrat shakes its head, no. Like we would believe you nega creeps. How brash they are accusing of us of such crimes. Yeah, we were too busy stealing to kidnap a girl. Shut up. Do you want to end up like your forefathers as moon dust? Hordrat again shakes its head, no. Careful, guys. The readings I'm getting of this monster has his power dispersed all around. What do you mean? He's right here, Mercury. Oh, well, Hordrat, eliminate the pests. I'll take back today's haul to Geo. Hordrat shakes his head in agreement, and Iris starts to float away with a large sack, only to have the sack tear from rows thrown at it. Several electronic devices come falling to the ground. Not so fast. Why, if it isn't the useless leftovers of Queen Beryl. Wait, she knows about Beryl? What do you mean, leftovers? Please, don't act as if you don't know. Geo hasn't spent the last few years since he woke just letting you have your way. We aren't your average run-of-the-mill villains. We shall study our prey and know when to strike. Now, Hordrat. Suddenly the girls in Tuxedo Mask are swarmed with rats. We know your past, sailors. We already know yours, Prince Endymion. It's the Dark Sanctum's forces, where they were once to take down your home from Beryl, or for Beryl to attack the Moon Kingdom. I can't get all these guys off of me. We gotta hold it together. There has to be a weakness. Hang in there, guys. What do you want? Like I'm dumb enough to tell a worm like you Lord Geo's plans. Huh. Dream on, pretty boy. She waves her hand, and the electronics float up to her. I have to report back. Hordrat, kill them. Iris floats off in the air. Damn it. She got away. And that last was the best link we had where Serena is. Now we're all trapped. Gotta eat well tonight, children. Munch away. The girls all start screaming in pain, but suddenly a shout is from a nearby launches an attack at Mars and Jupiter. Neptune, deep submerge. Neptune attacks, slamming the rats off the to freeing them. So you guys need some help. Neptune and Saturn stand at the ready to fight. Sailor Neptune, Sailor Saturn. Free your friends. I will get the prince. Saturn, hold back the rat guy. Okay. Saturn swings her glaive at Hordrat, who goes about dodging it, while Neptune repeats her attack, this time freeing Tuxedo Mask. Jupiter, Coconut Cyclone. Mars, Burning Mandala. The two attacks drop the rats from Mercury and Venus. Everyone okay? Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter. Yeah. Tuxedo Mask. Good. Now let's waste this freak. Hordrat. Not just yet. He jumps in the air and then bursts through the ground in a quick dig. Suddenly he bursts out at Neptune and decks her, sending her flying, then returns to under the ground. No way. Come up here and fight like a... Before Jupiter can finish, Horde Rat pops out behind her and kicks her and then returns underground. Venus, it's like a game of whack-a-mole. Horde Rat then pops up behind Venus, swings, missing her. Ha! You missed me. Venus, you might want to cover your back. Horde Rat shows a small piece of cloth from where he ripped the back of Venus's costume, exposing a bit of her backside to the world. Horde Rat nose bleeds a bit while Tuxedo Mask's face turns red. Why, you perverted little freak! Horde Rat pops back down to the ground. Mercury. If my calculations are correct, we should be able to get him by filling the holes he makes with our attacks. But we need to work together. Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune. Right. Each line up on one of the holes. Tuxedo Mask lends Venus his cape to cover her shame. Shine Aqua Illusion, Supreme Thunder Dragon, Mars Fire Snake, Submarine Violin Tide. The four blasts their attack into the holes, and suddenly a nearby Horde Rat comes bursting through, being blasted by the attacks. Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Tuxedo, now's your shot. Tuxedo Mask tosses a rose, which flies, meeting Venus's attack. Venus Love Me Chain. A rose and chain attached to Saturn's glaive as she swings it, wrapping up Horde Rat and slicing him through, turning him to dust. Well, that was eventful. You were lucky we were nearby at the time. Any sign of Serena? No, but calm down. If you asked nicer next time, maybe we would have come earlier. Look, I'm sorry. It's just I'm worried someone took her and... Suddenly a door appears, and out steps Serena and Setsuna. Pluto? You took Serena? It was a personal business for her eyes and ears only. Sorry, guys, for getting you all to worry. Tuxedo Mask grabs Serena and hugs her close to his chest. If I knew this would be your reaction, I would have to disappear more often. Don't you dare even try. Sailor Moon replies with a loving hum of agreement. But wait, what happened to you? It's kind of complicated. The scene changes to outside the museum as Moira and Haru are walking. Suddenly, the two jump away from each other. Show your true form, Negaverse scum. Huh? Well, this looks like I was wrong. You must be this Andromeda causing all the others trouble. Well, then I promise them I owe you one. Uranus Crystal Power Makeup. Sailor Uranus, figures, one of the Royal Court's guard dogs. Stardust Illumination activate. Both transform in their battle modes and instantly start taking swings at each other. I can't believe you tried to convince me the crystal was fake. You're planning to take it for yourself. You tried to fool me into believing you knew about it. I do know about it. I know once Geo finds out about it, he will come after it and harm it in any of his ways, even if it is a useless pile of rubble. Besides, you want to talk about lies? How about hitting on me and getting me away from the crystal? While Uranus continues to basic punches, Andromeda starts flipping and throwing kicks, as Uranus both blocking the other attacks. Jupiter was right. You're a skilled fighter. You should know, as Dad taught all of you how to fight. Of course he kept you all on the basics, while I learned a bit more. Solar flare. Andromeda's fist burst into speed, creating an explosion on the ground, sending chunks of earth flying at Uranus, who gets pelted. I know enough to deal with you. Uranus grabs one of the stones flung at her from the attack and throws it back, follows through with a punch in the opposite side, an attempt to throw Andromeda into her attack. Andromeda flips and avoids both attacks, but crashes back against the nearby wall. You're out of options. Deal with it. Like I said, you haven't learned a thing yet. Solar flare. Andromeda hits the wall behind her and launches herself off the wall, past Uranus, who is pelted by the attack again. As she moves by, Andromeda trips Uranus, causing her to crash to the ground. Uranus turns and faces with gritted teeth at Andromeda. Impressive. But I'm going to enjoy pounding your face in for that. Sure thing, but I can't keep playing around with you. Have fun. Andromeda runs off as Uranus gets to her feet and tries to follow, but as she goes to face that direction, Andromeda ran and she finds she fled. Damn, she got away. Looks back at the museum in the distance. Wonder if she was telling the truth, though. I guess I will have to ask her next time. The scene changes as Uranus walks into the museum. The scene opens as Geo's hideout. Iris postures herself before relaxed Geo on his throne. I've gathered the materials you requested, my lord. Yet you failed to defeat any of the sailors. My lord, it was Hordrat's fault. He was given instructions to destroy the pest, but failed. Geo stands from his throne and pats Iris on the head. Yes, he was a worthless fool of a warrior, and with supplies, phase 1 of our plan nears completion. Iris smugly. Thank you, Mai. Iris's words are halted as quickly lifted off the floor by the neck by Geo, who face full of fury. You have no place to speak. We lacked minions, Iris. The sailors almost match our numbers. Yet you feel like you have no place in battle. If you flee without helping the forces I provide you, from now on, you will find I won't be so pleasant as I am now. Geo drops Iris down as she chokes for air. Meanwhile, Spectral steps out of the shadows and speaks to Geo. Master, I have news on the info you wished for. Report. Phase 2 will require gathering raw elemental power. There currently may stand many places we can tap into this source. Is that all you have for me, Spectral? At this time, for the power, yes, but I have devised a plan that may aid you in our forces' powers. Go on. I have removed some items from the former vessel's lair. Inside, I found a crystal shard. It seems to hold the power to unlock power from targets. While humans would make a good source of fodder, I find using the shards may hold a greater power on elements we need to create a greater force. I don't want to risk our plans on creating new warriors. Spectral, interrupting Geo. My lord, my calculations state we don't need the element itself for the warrior, or just someone close to it. For this, I'm working on a system to detect the perfect targets. Then it's just a matter of getting the target to digest the shard. They will then join our forces and aid us in gathering our targets. Very well. Iris will work under your guidance. You must be choking. Master, Spectral is a useless data muncher. Anger rising in his voice. And you are a useless coward, Iris. You will follow Spectral's orders and aid the warriors in collecting the elements. How many are there we need? My records indicate 10 total elements. They must be pure. To capture them, you will use the crystal gems. Spectral tosses a gray gem at Iris, who captures it. I will not accept any more cowardice, Iris. If the sailors or the girl Andromeda get in the way, destroy them and bring the element to me. Yes, Master. I'll be watching. You two don't fail me. Geo walks off in the darkness. You foul jerk. You're the one designing these weak warriors, and I'm the one taking the blame for their failures. Spectral, pushing his glasses up. Your words wound me, Witch. Do as you command, or you're commanded. The boss can be always replace you, but I'm not easily replaced. Watch your back, data muncher. One day you may find just someone stabbed you in your sleep. The scene changes to Moira walking to the apartment's front door as Darian and Serena come walking by. Busy day off for you, Darian? Yeah. I had to search for something I thought I lost, but before long I found it again. Serena squeezes Darian's arm closer. How about you? Took in some sights and some shopping. Is Serena okay? She is now, I think. Darian. The scene changes to Haru walking up the road as Setsuna, Hotaro, and Michiro all stand outside at Setsuna's apartment. How can you and Hotaru eat that stuff all the time? Something wrong with eating cup ramen, Michiru? It's not healthy. It's good and cheap and goes well with green tea. I will never understand why you two had to move out of in the first place. Setsuna and Hotaru's face turned red. I just thought maybe Haru wanted to be more on your own. Besides, we're having fun, aren't we? Looking at Hotaru. It'd be more fun if we ate Michiru's food more. Haru walks up and pats Hotaru on the head. Hey, Haru, you know I don't like it when you do that. Sorry, Squirt. Oh, Haru, what on earth happened to you? Michiru spying the bruises and scratches. The mission was a little troubling. Didn't I tell you? I hated museums. Anyways, tosses a crystal at Michiru. I got it, so you can say mission accomplished. So the Negaverse? Haru shakes her head, no. Andromita. She was after the crystal, too. At first I thought so, but she left it there. Looks like she was setting up a trap for the Negaverse guys. But I guess I got in the way. Michiru grabs Haru's arm, and Haru smiles, yet winces a bit in pain. Well, we can't just let you look like this. Setsuna, I need you to give me your first aid kit. Do we have one? Looking at Hotaru. Sort of. But I think we are small, only have a small band-aids left. I'm fine, don't worry. Not at all. You could get sick if those wounds get infected. My problems are small if the person that gave them to me is struggling with forces we all have to face. Yeah, we faced one of them guardians, myself today, and Michiru, that is. I missed all the fun. We will talk about everything indoors, where you can get some treatment, and where we can all will have a healthy meal. The scene changes as the four move up into the apartment. To Moira's apartment, where Circuit sits, batting at a pen on the floor, as Moira walks in, closes the door, and throws off her shoes. Mistress, you look rather upset at something. Failing to keep my cover. Uranus discovered me today. Perhaps it's not a bad thing. With the help of the sailors, we could easily defeat Geo's forces. No, I will not work with the traitors, Circuit. Geo is my prey. I will stop the sailors if they get in the way. But the princess is your... I told you, I don't want to speak about the past anymore, Circuit. Whatever stood between us in the past is gone with her actions. Circuit looks sad and shamed. Yes, mistress. I can't help feeling Geo is up to something. I can't quite see it yet. And no matter what it is, it can't be good for the world. We need to make sure we have the advantage on our side. The scene changes to Serena looking out of her bedroom window at the moon, the silver crystal in the window sill, as it reflects on the words of her future self. earlier in the day. But in time, you two will become good friends once again. Serena, let's hope so. Because right now, we could use a friend. The scene fades to black. Preview of next episode. All I want is a peaceful date with my boyfriend, and you freaks just have to get in the way. Things turn from bad to worse when a date of yours truly gets wrecked by Iris, and some plant monster starts attacking the park. But that's not half as bad as having that woman also around distracting Darian from our date. Serena, we're here on a job, not a date. To make matters worse, I still can't transform. Man, here I am. I thought things were going to start looking up for me. Next time, Blooming Danger, Royal Crisis is born. We have a Sailor Moon says. I'm not going to do the Sailor Moon says. It's a stupid gag. But yeah, there's the episode 3 and episode 4. I may come back to this in a week or two and do episode 5 to do the Royal Crisis armor, which is the start of the transformations, new transformations. But for now, I want to thank you all for joining in. If you've come in to watch this and stayed and watched it, it's always wonderful to have people join. I will make one small announcement. Later this weekend, I can now say, yes, it will happen. Later this weekend, we are going to have a new anime review show where we do reviews of the current season's anime, but only the newer stuff, not returning stuff. And right now, we are going to start with Police in a Pod. It should be out for Saturday, provided I get the show edited fully and the time. But it will start being released on YouTube. I will also release some of them clips onto Twitch as well. So I thank you all for joining. As always, have a wonderful week and have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week,